And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Steelers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be third and forever. From the 50, it's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Eddie Jackson picks it, and they will take over at the 26-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
18. 26 Mike.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Carr now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, low. Hey, 734.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he checks this one down to Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Shamarko Thomas. He can't get him down. Wait a second, they did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Now a first down throw, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Rams have got it back.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he'll find Sutton on the right side complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Go. Get set. 24.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Going for it all. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because it didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
Come back!
Off of play action, it's Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards on the play. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Go, Chief! White!
Following the fumble recovery, Carr, he's going to air this out for, and this will be caught at the 30. And give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Carr now on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Hey, down. 185. 694.
Operating from the gun. Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it there because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. So what again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now Marshall. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't it?
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. This is Marshall, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Losing 6 yards there to bring up 4th.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Down. Back 22. Back 22.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And this one will be returned to right around the 30.